How's it going, YouTube? This is MarriedGuyGamer with my daughter here, and I've got another pickups video for you. I got a bunch of stuff actually to show you. I got a ton of stuff, a lot of great deals, and I've got a helper. So first, I'm going to show you my trade with Matt Diesel Gaming. He had a GameCube extension controller, and I sent him a couple of 64 games, and he sent me a couple things, so that was really cool of him. So go ahead and show those off. I'm going to show this up. Here is the GameCube extension controller, as you can see. And some of the extras he threw in are actually a handful of games here. You want to hold this one?
Yeah.
He gave up Shrek for the GameCube and Shark Tale and a couple of DS games. You want to hold this one?
Yeah.
Hold that one. We got that one's Cars, and this one is Brain Age 2. And he put them all in bags, which is pretty cool. And then he also threw in an NES game here with the manual, which is actually really cool. And that is Battle Tank. So thank you very much. Here's the manual. So thank you very much, Matt. He threw in a note here that just said, thanks for the trade. He had just found an NES, but he couldn't get it to work. So what I want to say to you, Matt, and to all my viewers here, that if you're having problems, there are 1,000 of us here that have played with Nintendos. I've changed the 72-pin connector on mine, troubleshot a bunch of other stuff. So kind of figure out what you think is going on wrong. Is it not getting power? Is it just not reading the games? Are you just getting the flashing screen? And so any of us here can probably help you. So, go ahead and contact me or really, like I said, anyone, Trevor, Retro Rewinder, any of those guys would love to help you out. So if you have problems, definitely let us know. So that was my trade with Matt Diesel Gaming. Thank you very much again. Thank you, Sophie. I've got a lot more stuff here. Might have splits into 2 videos, but I went game hunting with Keith of the Robotnik Brothers. Had a great time and found some great stuff. And so I'll go ahead and show those last. But to start here, there's just some DS games I found. These first ones were $2 each. Oh, excuse me. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. The first ones were $2 each. We're not done. We're done showing that one. Can you show this one? That is, here, show it to the camera. Very good. Mario 64 DS. I think I said that in my previous video. We got that. Metal Slug 7. And then Mario Party DS for $2. So those are all $2. And then these DS games were $3 at a different store. Scoot back just a little bit, sweetie. Here. Do you want to hold this one with the Pokemon? Okay, you show that one. I'm going to show this one. I got Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance for the 3DS. It is complete with some playing cards, which I have not seen before. This is for trade, as actually all these DS games are for trade that I just showed. And I'll put all that stuff at the end like I normally do. But do you want to show that one?
Yeah.
And then I also found this for $3. It's here, show it like this. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Blue Rescue Team. Just another one I didn't have yet, so I'm getting pretty close here. I think I'm only about 5 or 6 short of a complete Pokemon collection on the DS, so that's kind of cool. But I want to say thank you to Sophie for helping me this video. It is time for her bedtime, so can you say bye?
Bye.
So here we are with some more of my pickups here. The first one is a PS2 game, and I think I actually picked this up before the convention. I've just forgotten to mention it. But it is 007 Quantum of Solace. And like I said, I believe From Russia with Love is the last game that I need to complete the James Bond collection. So that's kind of cool. Next is from a pawn store here. I've got 3 games, all from different days, but still cool games here. First one's another PS2 game, and that is Gun Griffin Blaze. And I just love finding working designs games. And the plastic covering here is kind of yucky, but I'll probably just trade the case out. But the game itself is complete. And like I said, I just love working designs games. They always look cool. And I don't know how many there are on the PS2. I know Sylphied, Growlancer, so I know there's a couple others. But next is for the Wii, I paid $5 for this, and it is Sonic Sega All Stars Racing. When over Thanksgiving, when we went and visited family in Oklahoma, I actually played this there, and it's actually a lot of fun. For being a kind of a Mario Kart knockoff, it's a lot of fun. There's some challenges like where you challenge individual racers and stuff like that. So it seems like there's a lot of replayability on it, and it is complete. Sorry. The best thing from this pawn store, and I have found some great stuff there. This is where I found the Super Metroid and Super Castlevania for a couple of bucks, Contra Hardcores, stuff like that. This kind of has a story, nothing too special, but the game itself is great. It's Super Smash Brothers, and I paid $5 for this. And they had this and Wave Race 64 sitting on a shelf, and I asked him how much, and the guy didn't know, and so he turns to his manager, and the manager's the guy that I normally, I don't want to say deal with because that sounds mean, but that I usually go through. He's the one who gives me pretty good deals and stuff like that. He's the one who says $5, and he kind of laments to me that he had 30 games, 30 Nintendo 64 games, and a system on eBay, and he didn't tell me how much he got for it, but he was very, very disappointed. So I assume he didn't get what he wanted or what he thought he should get. So I don't know if he just didn't look this one up or was maybe turned off from that failure, and so said $5, and I said, yeah. But I left the Wave Race. I already own it, and I didn't think it was worth $5. So, but this has already been claimed. This will be going to my sister in Georgia. She loves this game as well. We always have a lot of heated battles, so now she'll be able to practice. Next on the Mario roll here, in fact, I got a lot of Mario games to go through, is Mario Kart Double Dash. I found this at the Salvation Army, and I got this for, if you can see that, $1. So that was really cool. It is also complete. This might be my favorite Mario Kart. I mean, I love the 64 one too, but this one was a lot of fun. This is a duplicate. This is for trade. But this actually might be a label upgrade because Stilo drew all over mine. But this is definitely for trade. It's a duplicate. Next is from the thrift store on base. I found just a couple of Super Nintendo games. The last time I bought games from there was all those RPGs, so I definitely keep checking. But this one I got Supernova and Cybernator, games that I've never heard of. But I just took the stickers off. This is actually my a re-film of this because the audio got off. But they were 50 cents a piece. Here's the stickers I pulled off. So I paid $1 for the 2 Super Nintendo games. I definitely thought it was strange, just these 2. I didn't see a system and no other games, no Super Mario World or anything. And I asked all the employees, which is just a handful of lady volunteers, kind of military wives kind of thing. And they said these were the only ones that came in. So, but for 50 cents, I definitely wasn't going to leave them. Next is from Saturday. This is a pawn store I hit up, and all these were $1. First is some Nintendo 64 games. WrestleMania 2000, Perfect Dark, and Army Men Sarge's Heroes. This one's probably in the worst condition. It's hard to tell, but it's kind of beat up there. And in the back, looks like some water damage on the label, but who knows. They originally had these at $3 a piece, but I went through all of their other games and found Zelda Link's Awakening DX Deluxe, and he said this was the Game Boy game was $1. So I offered $1 for each for these, and he took it. So for $4, picked up 364 games and Zelda. If somebody can tell me if this works on the Super Game Boy, because I have the original Link's Awakening, and I'll just trade that one off if this one works. So I just finished the game, and I loved it, so it was definitely a lot of fun. next here so we don't dilly-dally too long here. This is actually a pickup tonight, just a couple hours ago on my way home from work. And they have a lot of games. This is my favorite pawn store, which I've got a better story here in a minute. But went there tonight, didn't see much, but I saw this. Let's try not to show what it is. I saw this sitting on the shelf like this, and I'm like, and it looked just a little bit wider than a PSP game. And so to myself, I'm secretly hoping that this is a Game Boy player disc, and it's not. But I still thought it was a pretty decent find here. It's Fortune Street for the Wii. I'll just go ahead and get it out. And this is still, I think, a $30 game at GameStop. Of course, with the, I wanted the case and manual, but I paid $2 and still thought it was a pretty good deal. It looks like it's going to be a fun game. It's kind of board game-ish, I think, and it's Square Enix, and you can see, Mario and the slime there. So I think it'll be a great game. So hopefully I'll find it complete later, but for now, at least I'll be able to play it. And it turns out this is a Blu-ray disc case, so I don't know why it ended up in that. But next is just from a pawn store. I think this was also from Saturday or maybe even Friday. But this pawn store, they're a little bit more expensive than the others. Their games are $7 a piece. Their Wii, 360, PS3 games are $7 a piece, where a lot of stores are $5. But I felt these were worth $7, and that is Super Smash Bros. Brawl and Zelda Skyward Sword. And these are both complete. I want to cover the points here, but it's got the soundtrack and the game. And then Smash Bros. Is complete also. It has the points. So I figured $15 for those two was pretty decent. These are for trade among a bunch of other games, so I'll list all those in the end. Lastly, I think I'll save my trip with Keith until the next video. Sorry, Keith. This kind of has a story with it here. So my favorite pawn store that I go to, the one where I picked up the $1.50 Wii U game, the Super Mario 3D World, I saw Mario Kart for the Wii and Mario Party 9 for $35 and $40 respectively. They had physically written in marker on the spine, and I definitely wasn't going to pay that. And so I asked one day. I saw them there for about a week straight. I was going almost every day. And the first time I asked about them, the guy said that he could do 20 each, which was still more than I wanted to pay. So I checked back. My friend wasn't working, so I didn't even ask anyone. But on Saturday, the store opened at 9. I got there probably around 10 after. And I saw that only Mario Kart was there, and the looked like the marker had been rubbed off. And I was all upset that they had lowered the price, and somebody bought Mario Kart 9, or excuse me, Mario Party 9. Jeez. And so I was kind of kicking myself. Well, then there's actually already a dude looking at the games, and so I go up there beside him, and it's my friend who's working, and I'm like, all right, great, I'm gonna get this Mario Kart for a buck or two, and she goes and she's helping this guy out, but when she sees me, she just immediately hands me the DS games because she knows, I look through those and stuff. So there's nothing in the DS games, but she's helping this guy, and he asks for the Mario Kart game, and I'm kicking myself. I'm like, man, I was gonna take that. So he takes it, and he looks around a little bit more, and I'm just standing there, hoping he decides to put this Mario Kart back, and so he's going to keep it. She asked me if there's anything I want, and so just so I didn't look like a total dork standing there for, 5 minutes, 10 minutes without buying anything, I went ahead and just picked up Halo 2. It is complete, but definitely not Mario Kart for the Wii. But anyway, so she's ringing him up, and he pays $2 for the Mario Kart. So I'm definitely kicking myself. I'm like, man, if I was here 3 minutes earlier, that $2 Mario Kart would have been mine. And I'm already upset that I missed out on Mario Party 9. And so she rings him up, he pays, and so I just asked her, I'm like, hey, I was in here the other day. There was a couple Mario games. So I was like, did they sell? And she's like, well, I don't know. I'll look. So she looks under the counter, and lo and behold, Here is Mario Kart with the stupid price written on it, and Mario Party 9 with the price written on it. So I don't know why somebody just put them under the counter, but and with them was a friend. So apparently Mario Kart and Mario Party had a baby, and it was Super Smash Brothers Brawl. So they were all just sitting under the counter, and I was like just jumping for joy. I was like, I couldn't believe they were still there. I asked her, she saw the price, I saw the price. I asked her, you know, how much for everything, and she asked $5 each, and I said, that's fine. How about 15, for include this? And so I got for $15, I got all four of these games. They are all complete except for the Smash Brothers. Um, Mario Kart Wii with the points. Mario Party 9. And like I said, I believe Smash, yeah. No manual or anything, but still for $15, got all four of those games. I thought it was a great deal. Super stoked that I didn't miss out on those games. A little disappointed. I would have picked up that other Mario Kart as well, but I didn't think it was a bad deal all in all. So, but tons of stuff. A lot of this is for trade. I'll go ahead and list all those at the end of the video like I normally do. So hopefully get to do a lot of great trades. I want to thank Matt Diesel Gaming again for the GameCube extension cable because I really needed that because I do play some Mario Kart and stuff like that, and I use my Wii as my GameCube, which is in my entertainment center. So to sit on the couch, I need the extension cable. But like I said, I want to thank him. I've got some trades coming in from Grimsy42, from his buddy Brian. Eventually, I'll figure something out with getting your nerd on. Figure something out also with Gamer Emporium. I still have his Mega Bomberman. So I've got some trades, and hopefully get to trade with some new people. And but everyone, hit me up if you're interested in any of these Mario games. Both of those Super Smash Brothers Brawls are for trade. The Mario Kart's for trade. Zelda. So like I said, I'll list all that stuff. But thanks again. Had another great week of games, and hopefully have some more coming up. And stay tuned. Thanks again.